Lydia, who was the reporter there and shot those pictures, wonderful pictures. Let's go back to Kaikoura now, where the naval ship, the HMNZS Canterbury, is just leaving with 160 people and we believe 2 dogs on board. Our reporter Conan Young is in South Bay, Conan, and joins us now. Can you hear me?
I can, John.
How are you, Conan?
Yeah, very well.
Oh, good. And I bet the people on the Canterbury are delighted to be leaving. Is it still loading?
It is. Look, they've managed to get all of the people on, but I'm not sure if you can hear. That's the sound of a helicopter that is now loading their baggage onto the frigate. Are you there, John?
Oh, you're there, Conan. I can hear you again. You're back.
You can hear me. Look, I was just explaining, the sound you can hear is the helicopter that's loading everybody's baggage. So the people are all on board, all 250 of these evacuees. There were some smiling faces on board the landing craft as they left. We got to have a chat to a couple of them before they left on the landing craft taken out to the ship. This landing craft, the sort of thing they're usually used for invading armies, I think, but in this case used to take these people out to the frigate.
I don't think my mic's on. I'm not hearing myself. Is Conan
there? Are you there, John? Hello?
Conan, I have lost touch with you, so I think we can hear you. I think our audience can hear you. It's just that I can't. I think my battery pack has died, so I hope I'm not talking over the top of you. So 250, because the earlier report we had was 160 going out, and so they will be so grateful, I suspect, for the Navy's hospitality.
No, absolutely. Look, mostly tourists on board this vessel today, and they'll have an 8-hour trip, I understand, overnight, landing in Littleton in Christchurch and back to civilization. As for everybody else here in Kaikoura, having to go yet another day with limited water, no town supply water, and intermittent electricity. There's also, I can see, some other NH90 helicopters that are landing in a rugby field. They're still ferrying some of the people most in need of getting out of here. People who are pregnant, elderly people who need medical attention. Look, the long game here, though, is restoring land contact with Kaikoura over the inland road. And that work is continuing as we speak. I understand the roading crews working from either side, from the Kaikoura side and from the Mount Lyford side, have actually met now in the middle. They were clearing a slip, and so I understand that they want to, by Saturday, start evacuating the rest of the people who want to leave Kaikoura by land over this inland road.
Conan, I can't hear you, but my wonderful colleagues are waving at me that you were talking and the audience is hearing you. So you're doing a fantastic job doing an interview without a host to ask you questions. But I do want to ask you, because obviously Kaikoura is doing it tough, and obviously there have been people trapped there in circumstances which would be, particularly for people who don't come from countries that have earthquakes, and that's most of our foreign tourists, terrifying. But there has also been the most remarkable hospitality and generosity and kindness, particularly from Ngāi Tahu and local businesses and local homeowners. And is that something that has been reflected on and discussed by the people you've been speaking to?
Yeah, look, I've only arrived in Kaikoura pretty recently, but the few people we spoke to on the landing craft, they said, that they'd been helped out. There are still people staying at the marae, and people doing what they can, I guess, to help these visitors to their town. There are others. There was a German couple watching as the ship prepares to leave, and they were still pretty worried, anxious about how they were going to leave Kaikoura. They've been sleeping in their camper van and just wanting to know when their turn would come next. But this is an evolving situation, if you like.
You. One final question, because I understand it's the most beautiful weather there this evening. Absolutely calm and perfect. Is that the case?
It is. It's quite surreal, actually. This is a picture-perfect sort of setting here with Kaikoura, with the mountains coming right down to the sea and the sun shining. If you don't look too hard, you'd sort of think this was sort of business as usual here in Kaikoura. But then you look over and you can see the frigate Canterbury moored offshore, and these helicopters moving backwards and forwards, and you think, well, actually, no, the things aren't quite as they should be here.
Conan, thank you. I only heard about half of it, but I enjoyed it very much.